Ken Searce here with another shave video. Well, I was tagged in a video by Hunter Green, aka Mark, to tell what my first wet shaving setup was. So I'm gonna have to take you back in time to the late 70s, and pretty much I just took my dad's. You know, I mean, we came from England, so he had a lot of Gillette and Wilkinson sword products, and I've still got some of these items today. Fortunately, recently, after a little house remodel, some of them must have ended up in the trash because I think my wife cleaned up. But fortunately, I still have some. So back in the late 70s, all the way through to probably the late 80s, I was using a Gillette Twist made in England. And my dad had a white handled one, and he gave me this blue handled one. So I had that. There was the shave scuttle from back then. I think he got this as a gift. I only used this a few times. I was using his shave cup, which was actually a Newcastle United coffee cup that he used. And unfortunately, that one is no longer with me. I did, fortunately, still have some of the vintage aftershaves and colognes that I started out with, or he started out with, and I just kind of liberated them over the years. And fortunately, they haven't been dumped yet, so they're kind of on display in the shave den. And actually, this one has quite a bit left, so I might have to do a review on this compared to the newer brutes and some of the other brutes that you can get. So I might do that in a future episode. Well, then, after the 80s, I got sucked into these, you know, the cartridge razor. And I know it was the Gillette Track 2, and then it went to the Sensor XL, and more recently it was the Gillette, whatever it's called, the Quattro. So this was my last cartridge razor I used. Then I went full circle and wanted to get back into wet shaving a year or two ago, and I ended up buying a kit, a Colonel Conk kit. And it came with a Mercure long handle, a Badger brush, just like in the old days, and a couple of other items. So what I did lose is his shave brush, which pisses me off because it was a Simpson, an older Simpson. Of course, the label had long came off the handle, but that white handle is pretty distinctive. And it was well used, but still use the shave brush. And as far as shave soap, heck, you know, we just put a bar of soap into the scuttle sometimes, but when he would use the cream, and it would be Arko, but not necessarily this cool, because this is a newer model. It would have been the Arko original. So what I'll do is I'll do a shave today with some of the old stuff. I will use the shave scuttle. I'll use the Gillette Twist made in England. I'll use a Personna blade, and I unfortunately don't have the old Simpson, but I have the new Simpson, so I will use that too. And we'll finish it off with some British Sterling aftershave. So let me get that set up, and I'll get right back. All right, well, I've wet my face a little. I will put on some pre-shave. I guess Mark tagged 6 people in the in his video asking about the first wet shaving setup, so hopefully they write back too. All right, we got that all lathered up here. Actually worked pretty good. And let's do the first pass. Okay, it's a shame because that original Simpson brush just disappeared probably less than a year ago, probably just during our house remodel. All right, we'll try this for the first time. Or not the first time, but been a while. First time today. It seems so light after handling those heavy-handled ones lately. Had about 3 days, 2 or 3 days growth going there. Been lazy. All right, she did good. Pass 2. Almost embarrassed to say that I had a Newcastle United mug because the team's not doing so good this year. I believe they're 3 below the knockout mark from the Premier League, but season's not quite over yet. The guys in England would know more about that than me. All right. Much more presentable. Very good. Now, let me see. Here we go. British Sterling. The old school. Familiar smell. All right. So far, so good. Doesn't look like I got myself anywhere, so not a bad shave. And it was good to blow off the dust off the old Gillette Twist made in England. And pretty bummed that I got rid of the original Simpson. All right, well, you guys have a great weekend, and until next time, it's Ken Surfs.